Give him the heater, Ricky. I'm DeQuan Young, and today we present the 10 most devastating losses in MLB history. Like the video, subscribe to our channel, and join us in the comment section below and tell us what are some more of the other most devastating losses in MLB history. And playoff baseball is the best kind of baseball. Teams play 162 regular season games, and after that, there's no room for error. Your championship hopes come down to one strike, one error, one hit, one play, and unfortunately for some teams, their dreams ended in one of the most gut-wrenching plays imaginable. Number 10, the Royals dethroned by Chris Chambliss. The Kansas City Royals met the New York Yankees in the 1976 World Series. Trailing 6-3 in the decisive Game 5, the Royals scored a trio of runs in the 8th inning. The Royals then took a tie game into the bottom of the 9th, needing to force extras. But that's where Chris Chambliss came in to put himself in MLB immortality.
Right center. That ball is out of here. The Yankees win.
At least they won the World Series in '85. Nationals choked 6-0 lead in 2012 NLDS. After so many years of losing, the Washington Nationals broke through in 2012, which marked Bryce Harper's rookie season. Washington won 98 games and faced the St. Louis Cardinals in the NLDS. Washington jumped out to a 6-0 lead, but the Cardinals slowly chipped away and cut the deficit down to a pair of runs. The Nationals took the lead to the 9th and were one strike away from winning their first series.
And ball 4, and Yadier Molina, and there goes Molina. And ball 4, higher in this game. And there's a ball hit off the glove of Desmond. 2 runs are going to score. The Cardinals will tie it up. Just 2 pitch and a line drive to right field. It's going to be a base hit. 2 runs will score. And the Cardinals take a 9-7 lead.
Man, Washington is slowly becoming a more depressing sports city than Cleveland. Number 8, Grady Little cost the Red Sox the AL pennant. The Boston Red Sox were going to do it. They were going to finally reach the World Series in 2003, and they would earn the opportunity to break their 85-year World Series drought. They just had to hold their 5-2 lead against the Yankees in Game 7 of the 2003 ALCS. But Red Sox manager Grady Little chose to keep in a visibly worn out and exhausted Pedro Martinez in the 8th inning. The result?
Jeter will dig for second and hold there with a double. The 2-2 into center field. Damon will play it on a hop. Jeter will come to the plate. It's a 2-run game. A flare into center field. Out as Walker won't get it. The base running of Matsui. He comes home. Nobody covers second. Tie game.
That led to this.
Away in the 8th inning, leading by 3 as Boone hits it to deep left. That might send the Yankees to the World Series. Boone, a hero in Game 7.
On the bright side, the Red Sox would get their sweet revenge. Speaking of which, number 7, Yankees blow 3-0 series lead. Ah yes, the 2004 Boston Red Sox. They trailed the Yankees 3-0 in the 2004 ALCS. As everyone knows, Boston then rallied to win 3 consecutive games. That set up a winner-take-all 7th game, which may be the worst memory in Yankees history.
Trying to do the same. Damon hits it in the air to right field. Sheffield back in the corner at the wall.
Before the Damon home run.
There's another one into right field. Johnny Damon is going off.
It's okay, Yankees. You still have 27 World Series championship rings. You're also the only team to blow a 3-0 series lead. Number 6, Phillies get walked off in '93 World Series. The Philadelphia Phillies met the Toronto Blue Jays in the 1993 World Series. Toronto was looking to successfully defend its world championship, but needed a victory in Game 6 to clinch the repeat. The Blue Jays trailed 6-5 in the bottom of the 9th. The Phillies put out star closer Mitch Williams to try and clinch it. He did have 43 saves on the season after all. So close, Philly, yet nowhere near. Number 5, Rangers can't close out 2011 World Series. A year after losing the 2010 World Series, the Texas Rangers looked poised to finally capture their first title in franchise history. Texas faced the St. Louis Cardinals in the 2011 World Series and took a 3-2 series lead in the Game 6. The Rangers were one strike away from winning it all, so long as David Freese doesn't ice them up.
The wall, it's off the wall. 1 run scores. Here comes Buckman. Freese has tied it.
Texas got another lead in extra innings. Once again, they just needed one more strike.
Breeze hits it in the air to center. We will see you tomorrow night.
So the Cardinals would take home Game 6 and 7, and the Rangers continue to wait on their first championship. Number 4, Don Denkinger blows call, Cardinals win championship. The St. Louis Cardinals haven't always had their way in the Fall Classic. They faced the Kansas City Royals in the 1985 World Series. St. Louis had the championship in their hands. They were 3 outs away from clinching it in Game 6. Umpire Don Denkinger made a brutal mistake that lives on in infamy.
Little squibber to the right side. Worrell races over to cover. The throw doesn't get him.
Kansas City will win Game 7 and the World Series. For the Cardinals, one blown call took away their championship dreams. Number 3, the Bartman game. Forget about the Chicago Cubs 2016 World Series for a minute now. Take yourself back to 2003. At that point, the Cubs hadn't won it all in 95 years, and they were also looking to win their first NL pennant since 1945. Chicago won 3 of the first 5 games over the underdog Florida Marlins. A Game 6 victory at Wrigley Field would have sent the Cubs back to the Fall Classic. They led the game 3-0 in the top of the 8th. Then, infamy. Cubs fan Steve Bartman broke up what should have been a second out. The Cubs then fell apart.
To catch. Why? And it's ball 4 to Castillo. The pitch gets away from Baco and advances. Into left field, a base hit by Rodriguez. He is delivered again. Pierre scores to make it a 3-1 ball game. The time. Ground ball in the hole is short. And bobbled by Gonzalez and everybody's prior in Game 2. Hammered down the left field line, and the game will be tied up. Scoring is Castillo, scoring is Rodriguez. It's a 3-3 game. That ball hammered into left center field. On the run, Alou. On the run is Lofton, and it's off the ice.
So the Cubs lost Game 6 and 7. The fans blamed Bartman when the players themselves were truly at fault. The 2016 World Series finally ended the misery and pain of this loss. But for 13 years, it was impossible for Cubbies fans to get over it. Number 2, Bill Buckner's costly error. The Boston Red Sox were looking to end the 68-year World Series drought. They put themselves in great position to do so in Game 6 against the New York Mets. Boston owned a 3-2 series lead and took a 2-run lead to the bottom of the 10th inning in Game 6. The Red Sox needed one more out to secure the championship. Then, this happened.
Third ball, and that's going to be hit to center, base hit. And that's going to be hit into center field, base hit. Here comes Carter to score, and the tying run is at third in Kevin Mitchell. And it's going to go to the backstop. Here comes Mitchell to score the tying run, and Ray Knight is at second base.
Then, this infamous error by Bill Buckner.
Little roller up along first, behind the bag, it gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
The Red Sox would have to wait 18 years until they can get over this loss and finally stop pinpointing Buckner for all their frustrations. Number 1, Indians lose Game 7 of '97 World Series. See, we could have put number 2 or 3 at the top of our list, but the Cubs and Red Sox redeemed themselves with World Series championships. As for the city of Cleveland, we're still waiting for their first championship since 1948. Cleveland met the Florida Marlins in the 1997 World Series. They found themselves 2 outs away from clinching Game 7 and the title. But
Nagy Diaz. And Counsell punches it to the right side. Fernandez has it go through him. O'Neill will try for third. Ramirez up with it, but there's no play on it.
Extra innings were required for this classic series.
One pitch. A liner off Nagy's glove into center field. The Florida Marlins have won.
A devastating loss for the powerhouse Indians, who never won that World Series despite so many great teams in the 90s. This is DeQuan Young signing off. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.